大家好，新年快乐，恭喜发财。The Chinese New Year, also known as the Lunar New Year or the Spring Festival, is the most important festival that the Chinese people celebrate. You might have noticed that the Chinese New Year date changes every single year. This is because it is celebrated during the second new moon after the winter solstice. The actual origin of the Chinese New Year is still unknown, since it is one of the oldest festivities of China, which can be traced around 3,500 years ago. However, the common customs and traditions that people do during the Chinese New Year celebration are actually associated with a legend, the legend of a monster named Nian.
A long time ago, in ancient China, there was a monster with sharp horns and scaly body called Nian. Nian lives in the sea and seldom comes to land. However, every year on New Year's Eve, he would swim up from the bottom of the sea in search for food. He would go to the nearby villages and eat all the livestock. Sometimes, he would also harm villagers. Because of this, before New Year's Eve, the villagers will flee to the mountains and hide. One day, while the villagers are busy preparing to flee to the mountains and hide from Nian, an old white-haired man came to the village. The old man asked one of the villagers if he can stay at her house and help them drive away the monster. The villagers who heard him did not believe him, and the old woman told him that Nian is very fierce and insisted he should join them in the mountains. Other villagers also chimed in and tried to convince the old man to flee with them. However, the old man insisted and said, New Year's Eve arrived, and as per usual, Nian rose from the bottom of the sea and went to the village. As he searches the village for food, Nian suddenly heard a loud, continuous crackling sound. This made him shudder and dared not to go forward. Unexpectedly, the old man came out, laughing, dressed in a bright red robe. On his hand was a string of crackling firecrackers. The sight made Nian frightened and fled in panic. Since then, every New Year's Eve, villagers no longer flee to the mountains. Instead, everyone will wear red clothing, decorate their house with bright red couplets, and set off a lot of firecrackers.
According to Chinese tradition, each year is associated with one of the 12 animals of the Chinese zodiac. This year, it is the year of the metal ox. Alongside each animal representation of every year are predictions of fortune and horoscope. In the Chinese zodiac, the ox is very hardworking and methodical. Therefore, 2021 is going to be a year when work will get rewarded. And those zodiac signs who are lucky in terms of money this year will be the ones that will make considerable effort. Moreover, since this is a metal year, the color of 2021 is going to be white. Aside from white, the colors yellow and green are also lucky colors of the year of the ox. Always remember that these lucky symbols are not the main highlights of the Chinese New Year. The most important thing in Chinese New Year is still the celebration of family, culture, and prosperity. Again, I wish you and your family happiness, wealth, good health, and prosperity. 祝大家身体健康，工作顺利，牛年大吉，恭喜发财，新年快乐！